Green Country has so much going for it, but we're a leader in one thing we could all do without. That's cancer. In fact, you have a greater chance of dying of cancer if you live in one of 6 Oklahoma counties that border Arkansas. The question is, why? Channel 8 investigative reporter Maureen Wirtz met some people on the front lines of that mystery. That's tonight's Channel 8 close-up.
Till death do you part. So that's how it's been for us.
If you could spot love from the street, it would look like Leon and Pat Goodwin's home.
57 years.
57?
Yes.
Last month.
A recent anniversary has the two smiling. 57 years of marriage.
How is it going?
Lots of compromising.
But what's less obvious is their faith, especially after Pat's terminal cancer diagnosis.
We just have to deal with it. And he's helped us to be strong most of the time. Sometimes I have to ask him for a double portion.
You know, just speaking is a challenge, and if you'll pardon me for a minute.
Their Stillwell neighbor, Ronnie Trenum, has had 6 different types of head and neck cancer.
I felt like somebody had dropped the world on top of my head and squashed me like a bug, and I was like, wow.
When Ronnie was told he had 6 months to live, he knew he had to fight.
I had 2 small daughters, you know, and I'm like, well, I don't know what you think, but whatever option 1 was no longer an option for, for me. Whatever option 2 is, pencil me in. You know, I'll stay today.
Cancer, a diagnosis that's all too common in this corner of northeastern Oklahoma. But why? A question that everyone asks here. What is it about an imaginary line on a map that makes a difference? Experts say to some degree it's lifestyle. More people smoke here, for example. And because there are fewer medical options along with fewer people who have the resources to pay for them.
Oh, I'd say at least 20 patients, maybe 30 or 40 patients right now that have some kind of cancer.
Dr. Jimmy Taylor understands the struggle for treating cancer in Stillwell. According to the latest statistics from the federal government, in Adair County, the worst of all the counties along the Oklahoma state line, folks here are 23% more likely to die from cancer compared to their neighbors in Arkansas just 9 miles away.
I thought, oh, go to Houston, you know. I didn't really want to do that.
Folks living in rural Oklahoma, cancer treatment is a battle. For people living in Stillwell, they'll travel anywhere from Oklahoma City to Houston. The doctor became the patient when Taylor was diagnosed with skin cancer.
Earlier this year or late last year, discovered that I had cancer on the other side of my neck that had metastasized.
Never, cancer was nowhere in my thought process.
And as for Ronnie, after a drawn-out battle, he's now cancer-free.
Cancer had been mean to you long enough.
I did have to have a transfusion about 6 weeks ago.
Back at the Goodwins, the couple has gotten some devastating news.
So we just go on and...
Leon has leukemia, but their prayers remain grateful.
With such comfort, you know, he's given us a good life.
For 57 years, the two have stayed by each other's side, a bond and a vow that cancer can't break.
You promise to love and cherish.
Maureen Wirtz, Tulsa's Channel 8.
There are no absolute answers as to why cancer is so much worse here, but many say it has a lot to do with higher income and better medical facilities on the Arkansas side. Locally, Adair County leads in cancer deaths along the state line, but things are worse in Okfuskee County. It has the highest cancer mortality rate in Oklahoma.